Last week we've rolled out another update related to the API documentation, and we've rolled out a few new methods as well. So I'll just want to quickly go through the API methods that we have at this moment, highlighting some important things, right, for advanced users that are relying on the API at this moment. So I'd love to start with the general overview of the methods. The first one that we have is contacts. At this moment, what we have there is five methods. The first one is to find one contact. What is the purpose of this method? For example, you want to check if this lead exists inside GetSales, right? You want to make sure that this lead exists or does not exist, right? You just want to get the data related to this contact, right? So you can make this request. You would need to know the LinkedIn ID, right? The nickname or like complete URL, and based on that, we will bring you back the details that you have for this lead, right? You can see all the details related to this lead. The second one is search of the contacts. This is a new one. Actually, I'm using it myself. And the idea is to provide you a way to easily filter leads inside GetSales. Let's imagine you're running an import, right? And you want to automatically pull out the contacts from certain list, right? So how do you know what are these contacts on this list, right? So you can just do this request from time to time, checking the number of contacts from certain list, right? Or maybe you just want to find all leads that are enriched, or maybe you want to find leads that were, I don't know, that replied to certain automation or are connected with certain sender profiles, right? So you actually can apply most of the filters from our CRM, right, to get this data. You would have these objects to be applied, right, and you can use it. Sender profile, lists, and so on. The third one, get contact by UUID. So it means that if you have our UUID for the lead, unique number of the lead, which is unique for every team inside GetSales, you can get the information about this lead, request all this experience, posts, and all the data that we're pulling out from LinkedIn, right, when we do the enrichment. And if you have this UUID as well, you can update contact by UUID. So you make this request, right, updating certain lead. And there is as well another one, very universal, I would say, method, creating or updating contacts. This method is absurd, and if you use this method, like you can just simply create one contact, or if this contact exists, you can update it, right? So you make the request, you put the data about this lead, and additionally you put the custom fields and some other details, for example, the list, and if we need to update this lead, and if we want to move this lead to a new list, right? So that's it with contacts. Now it's time for the automations, right? For the automations, we have a bunch of them. List of automations, start automation, stop automation. This one is just launching automation, switching it on, or stopping automation, just disabling automation. I mean this toggle, on off. Right, list of automations. You can request and see all the automations that you have and their IDs. And we need it when you want to use API to launch certain automation, manage this process. But more often you would be using these requests, like add contact to automation and add a new contact automation. This add contact automation is designed to send lead to the automation based on GetSales UUID. So you need to know this UUID of GetSales, right, for the contact unique ID, and then you send this lead to the automation. And another one, which is a better option in most of the cases, would be simply sending a lead to the automation. So you just create this contact, or if this contact already exists. You can just update this contact, right? So let's just take a look at what you have. You put the information about the lead, right? Then you add custom fields. Then you list other important things, for example, the new list for this lead. If we need to update this lead, if this lead exists inside the system, if we need to move this lead to the new list that you've just pointed out, and yeah, the flow, the segment of the flow, and if we need to skip this lead if we have it inside GetSales already, if it's a duplicate, right? So it's a really nice method to push leads to the system. If you want to update it, usually, you just cleaned the data, cleaned the names and emails and everything. So apparently you want to update leads in that case, right? Maybe move to a new one, right? And you don't want to skip them. But in some cases you want to skip, right? Because you don't want the same leads that are already inside the system to enter it again. And the last one, cancel lead from the automation. At this moment, you can only do that using lead UUID, right? Again, like once you, for example, you get reply from the lead, you get this webhook, you see that there is a reply from this lead, and you can send a request to cancel lead from the automation, from certain automation, right? Very soon, we will add a way to cancel this lead from old automations, right? And yeah, and the rest are actually very simple. The Unibox, you can get the list of the messages for this sender profile and lead, and you can send the message automatically using API, and the same for emails. Sender profiles, again, list of your sender profiles, create new sender profile, and get this ID of the sender profile, which is not very popular at this moment. And the last one with lists, that you can get the number of lists that you have, create new lists using API, and get the UUID of the list as well. So that's it. Yeah, soon we would update this cancel method, right? Allowing you to cancel from multiple automations. And if you need anything else, just drop me a line, and we will we will see if we can add this new method as well. That's it for today. Another time I'll record a video with just 101 for new API users. But yeah, have a good one. Ciao.